Hi, I'm Chris Whiting. Welcome to Wine Groover. What Wine Groover is about is introducing you to the best of Australia's own boutique wines, and I hope the most intriguing and interesting wines as well. We're here today at Ocean View Estate Vineyards, or Ocean View Estate Winery, here in southeast Queensland, just outside of Brisbane. What makes this such a special place, besides it being one of my local ones, is that it's a whole vineyard experience, which we do see often these days, but Kate and Thomas have done a really good job of this. Cabins, a cafe, a great cellar door experience as well. They are producing some really particularly wonderful and distinctive wines from Queensland. Let's go inside and find out a bit more. Thomas, what we talked about last time there, what we've talked about is what was on your mind when you set up a vineyard. It's what made you do this?
Well, it's from basically a passion in wine, so drinking a fair bit of wine, as you do. But I've got a family history or heritage in wine. So Dad comes from the Moselle region, or the Rhineland region in Germany. Yeah, so his family and friends will still have vineyards over there, so it's in the blood. Yeah, and just a desire to do something with wine.
How did you find this place?
It was just an opportunity that came up. It was a lovely property, it was an old dairy, and so in '98 we planted the first vine, and with a lot of hard work and passion, it's grown and developed into what it is. Yeah.
So you planted the first vines in '98.
Yeah.
And when did the first vintage come through?
Well, we picked our first, made our first wine in 2000. So and then we set up the first winery building, and then we did a cafe within that and the cellar door. Yeah, so I mean, it takes a little time to get things to growing, the vines to mature, but step by step, it's, and the varieties that we chose as well has an impact on what we can do and what we can make here. Yeah.
Okay. You talked about the varieties that you've put here. What are the best things about these varieties?
Well, as you know, we're 500 metres above sea level. We're coastal, we're on the Viognier range, so the first moisture off the ocean will precipitate. So it's great when the vines are growing. We get great, lovely growth and good fruits out, and everything goes really well. It's just at harvest time, moisture kicks in, so that's where we have varieties with thick skins, such as the Viognier and the Cabernet, which is a Ruby Cabernet, which is a hybrid variety. So the Cabernet has really lovely dark plummy colours and creates nice flavours. So we've chosen varieties for that reason. We also have Shiraz and Chardonnay, which do quite well for us, and we make certain products that the public very, very well.
So that's the introduction to Ocean View Estate Winery. They're making great wines at a really interesting location here in Queensland. They still get the coastal showers, but they're 500 metres above sea level, so they lose about 5 degrees in coolness. They get the sea breezes, but they also get a lot of moisture, and that moisture can be a problem. So what they've done is they've chosen thick-skinned grapes, the Viognier, the Ruby Cabernet, to make some really good wines. The thicker skin gives them less trouble with things like botrytis. So a thick-skinned grape makes a great wine here in Queensland. Now, these are great value wines, very suited for the Australian summer. I recommend you get some. What I'd like you to do is now click on the wine section here to read more about the wines and to order them.